Hello beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. My name is Princess Kevin. If this is the first time of you seeing my face, you are welcome. Thank you for clicking the video and for watching. I trust that you watched to the end. So if you're a regular subscriber, you're a regular viewer, thank you for always tuning in. So in this channel we talk about things related to nursing, faith related content, and my lifestyle in general. So if it's something that's might interest you, please consider subscribing at the end of the video. All right, so in today's video we're talking about how to get internship as a nurse in Nigeria. If you're watching this video, you're going to know everything that you need to know in order to gain internship as a nurse in Nigeria. I just wrote a couple of things down, so in case you see me looking down, just know that I don't forget any points. So let's start. What is nursing internship? I've said this so many times in my previous videos. Nursing internship is a 1-year period where you will gain into any hospital, federal hospital, state hospital, or sometimes a company hospital, in order to gain experience after your program as a nursing student in a university. So you'll be gaining experience for 1 year in these hospitals, just so that in every area of nursing that's attainable in Nigeria, you will know what they are doing there. You will be able to work there if you're ever employed in those areas. You get the point. So now what do we need in order to get internship in Nigeria? Yeah, the most important thing is that you have all your documents ready, and the documents, I'm going to be listing them out. They are kind of a lot, but then you'll be having you have the original obviously, and then you have photocopies of these documents. So the first one I would say is your birth certificate. Please, your birth certificate has to be your birth certificate. If you swore an affidavit, you have to use that across your platforms or across your important things that you have to submit documents for. You get me? So birth certificate is the first one. The second one is the state of origin, like your local government identification certificate. It also shows your state, so you need to have that. The second one is your first school. The third one, sorry, is your first school leaving certificate. Your first school leaving certificate is your primary school certificate. So in this case, some schools may not give you, and even when you go back to the schools, it's either they have lost it or something, they want excuse or the other. So something that you can substitute for this first school leaving certificate is the testimonial, primary school testimonial. Very important. Primary school testimonial is different from junior secondary school testimonial. So primary school testimonial can be something that you can substitute for this first school leaving certificate. Now the fourth one is your O-level certificate. That is your WAEC, your NECO, and some people actually combine the two. So yeah, that is the fourth one. The next one will be your certificate of induction. So when you graduate from nursing school in university, they give you your certificate of induction, showing that you have gone through the whole process. So that certificate is important in applying for internship in these hospitals that I previously mentioned. So the next one is your temporary license. You know that they don't normally give us the permanent license if you're not done with your internship. So when you're done with your internship program, that's then they give you the permanent license for most schools though. So your temporary license will be taking the place of permanent license in application for internship. Then the next one is statement of results. Statement of results. It depends. This particular one depends on the hospital you are applying for. So because different hospitals have different document that is needed essentially. So this statement of result is not across all hospitals. Just some specific hospitals that they might warrant that you bring your statement of results. Now passport is the next one. Passport, just a passport photograph of yourself, which is basically very easy to get. So most times they ask for 4, few times they ask for 4, most times they ask for 2. Then your application letter. Please, you have to write an application letter to ask the hospital that you need internship in their firm or in their hospital. So just if you cannot, writing an application letter is not something that is so technical. So even if you cannot write it, you can just seek help from your colleagues or whoever that is around you. Then reference letter. I'll be listing this out on the screen by the time I'm done, so that you guys can just write it down. So reference letter is the third one. Some hospital require 3 reference letters, some 2. So basically it's mostly 2. So you can get a reference letter from maybe your church or where you have previously worked, just somewhere, somebody that can write a good report of your behavior as a nursing student or as a nurse if you worked in their hospital, you get. So the next one is your CV. You have to have a cumulative CV. The CV just, I know there are some cases where you just finished school and so you've not really actually worked as a nurse in any hospital, and that can be a problem for some people, but then it's not really a problem if you know what to do. So on your CV you can just write the places that you were posted for posting during your school or during your nursing school, during your university. So when you write that as your experience, it can still pass as a good CV. So even if you have not written, what I'm saying is, even if you have not had a job in a hospital previous to this internship program, you can write the posting, the places that they posted you to. Some places they posted to psychiatric hospitals, some places they posted to some health centers. You can actually write them as your experience on the CV. And they're very important on the CV too. You have to write the years that you spent in these different institutions or these different posting where you worked. So that is basically everything for the documents. I will be listing them out, like I said before, on the screen and in the description box below, so you could just copy it. Then the next one that is important to know for your nursing internship process, in order to be an intern in a hospital here in Nigeria, is that you have to know the list of hospitals you want to apply for. So I will recommend that you do not choose only one hospital and say it must be this hospital. If it's not this hospital, I'm not working in any other places, in any other place, because sometimes it might not work according to your plan. You can have as much as you want. I actually have a friend that applied so many places, so you can have as much as you want, but then the issue in this case is just finding yourself in those hospitals in order to submit your document and also go for the exams or the interview. So in this case, there are some groups that actually submit your document for you. So basically, if you chat with their admin and the people there, you can submit your documents to them and then they submit it for you. You don't have to actually go to that particular state. For example, if you're living in River State and then you want to apply in Bayelsa, sometimes the transport and the logistics traveling over to that place might be more costly than the amount that you can just pay these people for them to submit your document, because actually traveling to that state is not a guarantee that you actually get the internship. You can just outsource this process to these people so that they can help you submit your documents for a token. Normally the groups that I was in before I got my internship, they normally take 15k depending on the distance of the state you want to apply to. I've not seen anyone that is above 15k as at the time I'm shooting this video though. But after you list these hospitals that you want to work in, another thing that is important to know about the hospital is the history of the hospital, because this can come up in so many cases. They might ask you different questions regarding the history of the hospital. The history in terms of questions like, when was the hospital developed, who built the hospital, was it the state government, or you get those kind of questions. So it's just important to know some basic history of the hospital, because it can come out in your interview or in your exam depending on which process that hospital is taking. So after that, you prepare for the exam and the interview. Prepare for the exam and the interview is a whole lot of other things to do. You just have to the common questions that they normally ask is questions regarding clinical practice, that is your practicals, things that can really be applicable, not just theoretical questions, things that can really be applicable. And also questions regarding current affairs. They normally ask questions regarding current affairs. Hence, this history of the hospital is very important to know, because they normally ask it. So before I just end this video, I want to talk about the applying, like sending your document to people to submit for you. Please make your research, because I know people that have applied through that route of sending to people that those people will help you submit, and then you pay them you pay them a particular token. So using this third party, you have to make your research. So not just anybody that just comes to you and say that they do that kind of thing. Like they normally have a group for this kind of thing, that you normally see a lot of people that pay to them to help them apply for this particular job opportunity, internship in that particular state they want. But then again, if you have a family member or someone that can help you apply in that particular state for free, that is another better option than pay for these people. So please make your research. So guys, that is basically it for this video. If you have any question or you want me to make a video regarding any subject related to nursing, please comment it down in the description, in the comment section below, and I will make sure I create a video regarding that as far as I have experience towards it. Hope you learned one or two things and it was useful to you. Consider subscribing, liking, share. Please share to your friends. Someone that will need this video, please share to them, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.